What's up, everybody? ATO Ace the Outsider here with the Wakanda Alliance. Here we are, 2022. This is the first beautiful update to a beautiful year that's coming up. We have so much going on, not just the Wakanda Alliance, but Wakanda everything. The Wakanda Verse is expanding. The Wakanda Verse is coming together, and we really want to see more of it, man. So real quick. Last week, two comics sold out. Okay, the Black Panther number 200 sold out. It features a new character by the name of Tosin. I'm gonna get into that. The other comic that sold out was the Marvel's number 8, which features a new Warbird, right? So longtime Marvel fans know Warbird from X-Men and Avengers. She's a Shi'ar, just person who's just really, really aggressive. But now there's a new Warbird, and guess what? She is part Jabari, y'all. Part Jabari. So she was featured on the cover of Marvel's number 8, and that comic sold out. Like, I had a hard enough time trying to find number 200, right? And then now you have Marvel 8 that sold out within maybe a day or two, at least over where we are in Buffalo, New York. Sold out. Couldn't find it. So the idea that we have two new black characters that have sold out in their respective comic shops, that's saying something. All right, and these are Wakandan characters. These aren't just any characters. These are Wakandan characters. So there's just a lot to unpack there. I'm going to unpack it soon. I'll get to that later in the update. But first, down to Wakanda Alliance business. Okay, so we're back. Our new year is starting. Our first event is this upcoming Saturday. That is February the 12th. We are going to be exploring Shuri and Riri. Shuri and Ironheart. Okay, those are going to be our two main characters that we're going to be talking about. And yeah, for a really good reason. So, as you know, the big topic of this year, the big movie this year, is going to be Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. So, the controversy, recast T'Challa still going strong. We want to see T'Challa back. We want to see an expert of manism, an expert of kingism that T'Challa is. We want to see him on the big screen. So we know we're not getting for this movie. Cool, whatever. After that, though, Marvel, they gotta do something. They gotta do something to fold them back in there and really do them justice. But the topic for the new movie coming out is gonna be Shuri and Ironheart are gonna be coming together, right? So you have two young black female geniuses, all right? And we've talked about this before, but we're gonna revisit it again because this is the year that thing's gonna be on the big screen. So let's talk about it, all right? So we got Shuri, right? She's the younger sister of a king. She's a princess. She goes through a lot, she gets kind of overshadowed by her brother a lot, so she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder, and sometimes it shows, her arrogance shows out, right? So if you're keeping up with us on TikTok, we're definitely covering that. We're covering that on our TikTok, the first time Shuri donned the Black Panther outfit, right? And then you have Ironheart, who is a protege of Iron Man, but also a super genius. Unfortunately, though, she never got to meet her birth father, and then her stepfather and her best friend were unfortunately taken from her. They were shot in a drive-by. All right, and as a super genius, how do you process that? All right, so you've got these two things that some young black women are really, really feeling. So we're bringing that to a community conversation and really exploring that and seeing how how young black women feel, and then how we as a community, as a tribe, can respond to that and help them feel more comfortable in their experience, in their existence. All right, so that's what the Wakanda Alliance is about, y'all. So definitely, again, join us next Saturday, 12 p.m. We're gonna have virtual and in-person fronts that y'all can join us on. Link will be in our bio. So again, check out our new link in our bio. Okay, we have a link tree now. So now our Instagram, our Twitter, the event link, our shop, it's all in a one-stop place. So just go to our bio, our link, the link in our bio is that link tree. Tap in on that, and then you'll be connected. It'll be much simpler this year. We're working on making this a very cohesive experience, y'all. All right, so just tap in with us. But yes, Black women in STEM was going to be our topic for both February and March. All right, it's going to be the underlying theme. It's just not talked about enough, right? It's just not talked about enough that Black women have the same foothold that anybody can have in technology, in science, in math, in engineering. So definitely, this is going to be a really great topic that we'll be covering in February and March. And then after that, we're going to get back to the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, because that just, again, Wakanda Verse, y'all. Wakanda Verse. I just want you to remember that hashtag, Wakanda Verse. All right, because it's expanding, man. It's expanding, and Wakanda, it has its own like foothold in Marvel, right? Like the same way that Gotham characters are for DC. Like everybody knows Joker, Batman, Robin, Catwoman. All these like monumental characters are in this one city, and like Metropolis, Star City, okay, cool and whatnot. But like Gotham is a different beast, right? So Wakanda kind of still has that same feel. But we've got Robin comics, we've got Catwoman comics, we've got games, we've got movies, we've got the characters that are in Gotham are shown in almost everything DC, right? In some way, shape, or form. One of those Gotham characters has something to do with whatever DC is doing. So Wakanda has to be the same thing for Marvel, man. You got a whole Star Wars times 5 of characters to work with, develop, create, and those stories they really need to be told. So we're going to talk about that more in the Wakanda Alliance, so stay tuned with us. But for right now, let's get back to those new characters that just premiered last week. So the first character, his name is Tosin. All right, this is one of my favorite new characters in a long time. Like I have not been this hyped for a young new star in Marvel in a long time. All right, so apparently in the mute zones there's these other Wakandans who kind of wanted to choose a different lifestyle from the usual Wakanda. So regular Wakanda, they're living off the vibranium, they got the technology, they float on all maglev trains, they got the Kamoyo beads flexing on each other and whatnot, communicating on their wrists, like they doing it right out there. But these other mute zone Wakandas, they're kind of more in tune with the earth, not like Amish Wakandans, but kind of like Amish Wakandans. Like they still know what's going on in the world, but they're still a little bit remote, right? So they're living off the land. They're becoming more in tune with the earth, which also includes which also includes vibranium, right? So they have this tribute, this ritual where they break down the vibranium, turn it into some sort of ink or solution, and then they tattoo it into their bodies, right? So as they're growing, as their practices go, they're doing like this Tai Chi movement, they're doing meditation, yoga with these vibranium tattoos. So they're creating a flow between themselves and vibranium, right? And so now there's these superpowers they can develop. This one panel, a girl punches the ground, shatters the earth, big purple flashes come out of nowhere. Some people turn their skin into like this hardened form. I don't know if it's like a vibranium mixture. I'm thinking that it's like an organic vibranium thing, which is just like insane. And I'm wondering because like I haven't seen too much techno jungle stuff. Like it seems like the Wakandan creators kind of haven't really delved into the techno jungle aspect of it. When Black Panther first came out in the 60s, the techno jungle was like, oh snap, it's like part city, part jungle type of thing. So different writers, different artists have kind of taken it one way or the other. So, but the idea of organic vibranium mixtures or compounds and whatnot is pretty dope. So this new character Tosin, so far all we've seen is that he can move really fast and he's got some super strength going on. We don't know how much because we've only seen him one time, but I'm super excited. And I really want to see how they develop this character. He also seems to be on this he's not like an anarchist, but he does want to see a revolution happen. He wants to fight for a true Wakanda, right? So he wants to fix a democracy, which is kind of getting a little weak, getting a little fragile in Wakanda. T'Challa's not king anymore, but he's, there's still some stuff going on. And Tosin wants to see a new Wakanda rise that isn't full of greed and full of like whatever's just going on. People are becoming human. People are doing the human thing, which is struggling for power, right? So that's a big thing. So Tosin, I'm really excited. Then you have Warbird, who is part Jabari, part Shi'ar. So that's a crazy combination right there, because the Jabari are known for their big warrior attitude, right? That big muscle, big trapezius muscle attitude that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And then the Shi'ar, which are just like this warrior race who are just like about it. Like they're technologically advanced, sure, but they're also like, yo, you've seen Warbird, you've seen Gladiator, some of the other characters that are out there. So it's super dope that she's also premiering now too. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. At the moment, all I know is that Warbird has wings. I'm not sure what other ability she's had. I didn't read the new Marvels from 1 to 7. I just read number 8 just out of curiosity because I was just that curious. Because again, I'm like, yo, there's this comic that's sold out, like sold out, like variants and everything, and the black woman's on the front of it. That's kind of sick, man. I gotta see what's up with that. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. And again, there's other characters to talk about. Gentle, who also have these vibranium tattoos, which I think are a bit more they have more technology in their mixtures. So maybe he and Tosin form some sort of alliance if Warbird comes back to Jabari. Because again, the Jabari raised her, by the way. In the comic, it reviews that the Jabari raised her. So maybe she's going to come back to the Jabari lands and have some things going on with them. Maybe you're running with Black Panther. Who knows? Another character I just thought about as I'm speaking about it, Queen Divine Justice. We haven't seen her in a while. I don't know where she left off. I might have to do some research because I think she's also part Jabari. Woo, boy, I'm telling y'all, Wakanda Verse, man, it just has to be a thing. And again, the Alliance, we're going to work on some things to bring that to the forefront of everybody's consciousness, because as much as I love the Recast T'Challa movement, we have to keep pushing all of Wakanda, because all of Wakanda is an inspiration to everybody, right? So more on that soon, but I had to jump in for this update. I hope you all enjoyed it. Tap in with us. We're going to be doing live videos more often. Still working on our podcast. I know I've been saying it for like the last 6-7 months, but we're working on it. We're working on it. So if you want to get on in parts with that, shoot us a DM, or if you want a question, shoot us a DM. We're always here to respond. So until next time, y'all, Wakanda forever. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Be safe out here. Mask up. And yeah, see you soon. Peace.